All right, I'm live. I've never gone live before on YouTube or Insta or any of those things, and I'm really not even looking for anybody to quote unquote join. I just kind of want to get some things out. It looks like, hold on a second, I tell you, I'm just checking real quick because it seems to be behind. Check, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Okay, cool. All right, so this video, I just wanted to kind of talk about what's done in the dark and how when we were little, um, we were taught to sweep things under the rug or keep everything inside of the house. So I remember growing up, my mom would say, "What happens in this house?" And when you're young, you don't understand how that's actually creating one, your shadow self, that part of you that you keep pushing down and suppressing and not allowing to come out, but also too your feelings, because a lot of fucked up shit happens in your childhood. A lot of things that children shouldn't really see happens in your childhood. So when you're told you can't tell nobody, it has to stay in this house, it kind of puts you in this mindset where you think that you can't tell people what's really going on with you. And through this Get Your Mind Right challenge that I've been doing for 14 days now, it really had me kind of deal with some things that I thought, I had overcome. And then also it helped me come to, like, I guess, resolve in myself, come to a good place within myself. Because growing up in a household where your mother was addicted to prescription pills and turned into a completely different person, and like this angry person came out most of the time when she was like that. And mm, and her no longer being here, her actually dying of an overdose. That was like, that was, excuse me, that brought everything to light. Her passing, it brought it to light, that hush hush situation of addiction and the hush hush situation of what was going on in this household. Um, but this is not for me to like get really emotional about it, because I actually have come to a really good place in it, and I love my mother, and I respect her for being a very traumatized little girl on the inside who was just so happened to be married with 4 children. And it helped me to understand myself better and understand why I do certain things that I do, because it's learned behavior. So through this whole process of checking myself, checking my thoughts, and not checking it in a way that I'm judging myself, but actually being sympathetic and empathetic to myself, and really loving myself, giving myself the love that I needed as a child, the understanding that I needed as a child, and understanding that that whole situation of not being able to tell people what was really going on in your household and not being able to really express yourself as a child created this individual, created this woman who didn't know how to express her emotions and her feelings. You know what I'm saying? We don't understand, especially in Black families, that we create a lot of emotionally challenged people. And we have a lot of mental health and emotional health issues in our families. That's why we have a lot of alcoholism, drug addicts, just a lot of things, that we don't deal with, that we tiptoe around, and that we kind of laugh off, and we act like it's not an issue. We act like it's non-existent. Alcoholism was a big thing on my mother's side of the family. Her father was an alcoholic. Her brother, her older sister, and it just froze. But her older sister and brother, and both of them died due to years and years of alcohol abuse. And then my mother and her father also died due to that. And then my mother died from drug addiction. So the addictions are only the effect of what's mentally and emotionally going on with you. And that's why I'm so passionate about mental health, emotional health, because in 2016, I actually had like a mental health issue as far as a breakdown, like the stress of my job, the stress of my life. And this is a woman with no children, no husband. I was just working at the bank and I was working like crazy. And it all just came to a head to the point where I couldn't go on like I was anymore. I was losing weight constantly, like it was falling off of me. And I've always been naturally slim. I never really got quote unquote overweight, but I was bigger than I am now. And the pounds just started to shed and come off of me. And I was scared. I thought I was dying. You know what I'm saying? Because I had always thought that I was in control of my emotions and myself. And that was the first time I really had to be honest with myself. I really had to deal with myself. I really had to I really start to question. That was the beginning of my consciousness and that breakdown. And I talked about this before in other videos, but I'm just sharing. I just feel a need to do a live and share. Um, that breakdown was actually a breakthrough in my life. It was a breakthrough in my consciousness. This is when my brain, my mind started to expand beyond what I had learned and beyond what I had been taught and beyond what I had saw with these two eyes and heard with these two ears. We don't even understand like how fucked up a lot of the things we saw and heard really, really how traumatizing it is for a child. We don't get it. And we repeat those things each generation, that's called a generational curse. And I truly feel that we're in the time of breaking these generational curses. And this is not to down our parents because they were products of their environment. And what I've learned from my experience, definitely from this whole time of my consciousness, my growth, but definitely in the last year or so, I've learned compassion. I've been dealing with a lot of heart chakra stuff and root chakra. So I learned compassion from my parents and unconditional love from my parents because, like I said, they were a product of their environment and nobody taught them how to release their emotions, how to express their emotions. Nobody teaches us that. We grow up in the household with our families, and that's the normal for us. Then we start to go to school and we talk to these other children, and then they have their own quote unquote normal household. You know what I'm saying? And then if you were to tell them some things that went on in your household, they would be like, oh, that's fucked up. That's crazy. And vice versa. But for me, because I was this shy person, which really meant that I was just afraid of rejection, because I was afraid of being rejected by people, I never really expressed myself. I held in so much and became a ticking fucking time bomb, you know? And now I can look back and have so much empathy for that little girl because that little wounded girl and little wounded boy still dwells within us. And it is up to us. It is up to us to fix that. It's up to us to mend those wounds, to baby that child, that inner child, and let the inner child know that it's okay. And not it's okay what you went through. It's okay to feel the way you feel. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to release those things because the more and more you hold on to it, the bigger and bigger it becomes, the more destructive it becomes. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to express in this video. I honestly didn't even expect anybody to really join. I just wanted to do this live thing on YouTube because I've been doing a YouTube channel since June of 2018. And I just never did live, so I just wanted to do this really quick. So first off, I didn't say happy uh super full moon day, y'all. Happy super full moon day. This is a day for releasing full moons. After this video, I'm going to do my meditation. Excuse me, I'm going to do my meditation uh to release things, because the full moon is when you release things. So I'm doing a release with this YouTube video, and I'm going to do a release in my meditation. And also, after I do my meditation, I'm going to write down some things that I want to let go of and release out of my life since I've been doing this mental health challenge. Get your mind right. Uh, like I said, it's definitely brought some things to the surface. Even my dreams have been interesting. They're always interesting, but they've been a different flavor of interesting. So yeah, I'm going to end the video on that note. I feel like I've said everything I need to say, but yeah, definitely, guys, we need to get out of the habit. We need to break these unhealthy habits and create healthy habits within ourselves. I even noticed, since I don't have Malia, my niece, anymore, and my 22-year-old nephew is here, I've been way more disciplined with what when it comes to drinking coffee. I was drinking coffee like almost every day. I was really, my mother used to love coffee. She was very addicted to it. And I had noticed that I was drinking coffee almost every day. And I would tell myself, I'm going to drink tea. I'm going to substitute that for tea, because I have all these herbs I bought from Seven Nanda. I make a really good herbal tea blends. I come up with some really beautiful combinations. And since well, with Malia, I would make some teas, and she loved tea. She would ask me, tea. She would just ask me for it. But my nephew came, and now I've been drinking tea every day. I think I've had coffee one time in 2 weeks. And, but I've been drinking tea every day, and he loves it. It makes him regular. His digestive tracking system, he goes every day because of that. So I also, inspired by my sister, she has been doing running. So she goes around and, gets her run in. I used to run track when I was in middle school. I was really fast and really good at it. And I was like, you know what, I walk almost every day, walk 2 to 3 miles a day. Let me incorporate some running into it. So I've been running as well. Not the last couple of days, because right here, so it's sore. It's sore, y'all. It's sore. My body is like, what are you doing to me? But speaking life into my body, speaking health, and doing Reiki. I've been doing Reiki on my knees and legs, and it feels better, because it was like, woo, it was wobbly. Like 2 days ago, it was shaky, y'all. It was real shaky. So yeah, I've been creating a lot of healthy habits since I've been doing the Get Your Mind Right challenge. Definitely have been treading idle or walking with no shoes on in the grass and standing there sun gazing. All of the things that helps keep you spiritually and physically balanced, because the name of the game, y'all, the name of the game is to get your balance spiritually and materially, because we are in matter. You know what I'm saying? We are in a physical body. So it's finding the balance between your higher self and your lower self, and it's actually combining the two and becoming one. Is combining Haru and Set, those who are familiar with the ancient Egyptian mythology. So it's combining those two. And that's what I definitely have been focused on. And I feel a lot better. I feel naturally happy when I get up. I feel naturally just ready to take on the day. But yeah, I'm going to end the video. But before I do, I'm going to give you guys this affirmation that I got from, he calls himself Hank Rising Sun, Uncle Hanky. And it's, I am fruitful every day in every way. I am fruitful every day in every way. I am fruitful every day in every way. That is, to me, a very powerful affirmation, because some days we feel like we're not productive. Some days we feel like, we could have done better. But if you're saying that to yourself every single day, then you will be productive every single day. You will bear fruit every single day. You know what I'm saying? You will feel accomplished every single day. So I appreciate, looks like I do have somebody that's in my live. Hey. Appreciate you for tuning in. Like I said, I didn't expect anybody to tune in, but I definitely appreciate you for sharing this moment with me. And I appreciate your energy. And I appreciate the energy of anybody who watches this video after the fact as well, because I'm sending out definitely some positive vibes for you to help you on your journey as well, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help one another by sharing our stories and letting people know that none of us are perfect, but we are doing the best we can for ourselves, and that's all you can really do. Like, just stay focused on keeping yourself mentally together and keep yourself emotionally together. Your heart and your mind have to match. That's the only way out of this shit. Your heart and your mind have to match. You know what I'm saying? The mother and the father, they got to come together and have a perfect union, a perfect marriage, y'all. So appreciate you for tuning in, my loves. Peace.